from Dublin, Ireland. We are Davy and Sky, and we make travel videos from our travels across the world. And this is our first time in Ireland. Why are we here?
This is our honeymoon. We just got married.
We got married last week. It's the end of October right now, so this is going to be a little bit of a Halloween honeymoon video for you, taking you to both the Republic of Ireland and up to Northern Ireland as well.
Let's go explore.
Let's go.
We are in the heart of Dublin. We're staying at the Morrison Hotel. Whoa.
They left us some little goodies with a little card saying, hope you enjoy your time in Dublin. This is the River Liffey. We've been people watching the tide go down as well. We just found this really cool little alleyway. How much do you think a vintage sweater goes for here?
How much?
22 euros.
I don't know if that's okay or not.
I don't know either.
The Temple Bar looks like a good spot for a Guinness. Blue skies, baby.
Blue skies.
Look at that. This place is so cool.
It's very cool.
So much to see.
So many restaurants and pubs to choose from. Like, it's overwhelming.
I don't know where to go. What do we do next? Where are we going?
Well, we have a dinner reservation, so it's okay. This is Trinity College. It is the oldest university in all of Ireland, and it's quite a beautiful spot as a tourist spot in the heart of Dublin too. You can come here and see the famous library that's like inspired with the Harry Potter library, and there's just like a bunch of cool things to see around the campus. We just walked in.
You like that tree?
I love it.
You want to take it home?
Fall colors.
Wow, it's a palm tree. Look at that. Look at these skies. Can I just put them in my pocket?
Take them out whenever you need them.
Just you in my pocket?
Just me. I'm a Sky. That looks like so much fun.
This is the Halfpenny Bridge. It was built in 1816. Before the bridge was built, there used to be a boat that would take you across, and they would charge you a halfpenny. So when they built the bridge, they still charged you a halfpenny, just so the people didn't lose out on those wages. What a bar.
It's so cool. Oh my gosh.
First Guinness. Cheers.
The Church Cafe and Bar is one of Dublin's most popular bars and restaurants. It's in this beautiful, renovated church. It's St. Mary's Church, and there's some restored stained glass windows. The architecture in here is gorgeous, and it's great for live music and a pint too.
We just came back to our room to drop some stuff off, and they did a turn down service.
I think this is our first turn down service.
That's cool.
That was very cool.
Little chocolates.
A little chocolate on our bed.
We're gonna go eat at the restaurant in the hotel. It's called the Morrison Grill.
That ring. Look at that ring.
It's too shiny.
Let us go.
I really wanted a steak pie, so this is the closest thing I could get. Guinness stew. Looks good.
That looks really good.
You got some salmon over there?
I'm very excited. Free fry.
We're going to bed. Big day tomorrow.
Today we are starting our day off with a visit to EPIC, the Irish Immigration Museum, and this is a place that history comes to life and shines light on the incredible past here in Ireland. If you have heritage ties here, or maybe are interested in heritage in Ireland and the immigration history, this is the place to come. And David and I actually have ancestors that are from Ireland, so we're going to go inside and explore and maybe see and find some names that are tied to us. Inside EPIC there is the Irish Family History Centre, and we just sat down with Fiona O'Mahony, and we did a ancestry consultation here. She's a genealogist, and we went through David and I's history and connections here in Ireland. And so you offer these sessions, you can book like hour long or?
Yep, you can book, there's different timelines, so you can book 30, 60, 90 minutes consultation with a genealogist, or we also do that online as well.
Perfect. So we'll note, we definitely sent over tons of information before coming here, and we highly recommend that you do that too. And maybe if you're wanting to book a consultation and make these connections in Ireland, do it at the start of your trip, because we just found out so much information, and now we actually have like pinpoint locations of where to go, of where my great grandfather would have lived, which is incredible.
Yeah.
So definitely try to contact Fiona beforehand.
So we do the commission research as well. So if you're thinking of coming over next year and you want to get the full shebang, the research done. So we do everything. People who are looking to do the research themselves or have hit a brick wall, that's kind of consultations. But if people want, to know exactly and get us to do the research for them. that's what we can do as well.
Thank you so much. This has been just an absolute highlight. Now we get to take this information and kind of continue it.
You go travel and go visit places now. Yeah.
Perfect.
I cannot believe the information they found out about my family and Skylar's. Like, I can't wait to tell my dad and like visit some spots. I highly recommend just pre-booking and kind of like sending her the information beforehand, before visiting, and also go there before you start your, like as you start your trip, not at the end of the trip.
Yeah. So after we left getting our genealogy wonder, we headed into the actual Epic Museum itself. So Epic, the Irish Immigration Museum, is 20 interactive and digital galleries. So you go downstairs and there's 20 different rooms and it's just filled with stories. So it's a really beautiful way as you work your way through these 20 rooms to go beyond the different stereotypes of Ireland and kind of truly discover what it means to be Irish. There are over 300 stories preserved of Irish people through the years, and you really get to relive the greatest achievements in art and history and sports and fashion, science, and so much more.
And we got this passport at the start, so I got all my stamps, but I think you missed one.
What?
Yeah.
Then this one's mine. I was stamping for you, sir.
You missed one. She missed one.
No, it's just very faint, thank you. It's a really nice way to not just visit Ireland, but get to truly kind of experience it and understand it. And yeah, definitely check out Epic.
We're just walking to pick up our car rental, seeing these row of houses. I actually used to live in a type of house that looks like this in Scotland. Exactly like this, but it was white. This is our rental car for the next 9 days. Driving here is easy. Having fun. Successfully parked it. Oh my gosh.
We are now at Dublin Castle, and Dublin Castle was chosen at this position for the castle because it's the highest point in all of Dublin. Well, you can take a tour here. You can go inside and see all of the apartments in different areas, but we're not going to really do that. We don't really have time to today. We're fighting daylight right now.
We are at the Guinness storehouse. We're going to do the tour. Didn't know if we were going to get in because you have to buy the tickets online, and we didn't know that. So we're like at the door trying to book it. Whoa. Best mug in the world. I have 2 of these.
And you keep breaking them.
My family always say it's roasting. It's bloody roasting in here.
And then if you want to go ahead and take a big generous mouthful and then swallow and exhale through your nose. So does anyone know how we say cheers in Irish? Sláinte, yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, it's sláinte and it means good health in Irish. Sláinte.
Maybe we should just go do that one again. That was fun.
Just get multiple mini sample pints. Oh wow.
Well, I'm glad we got up here before it was totally dark.
It's freaky. Looking down.
I know, we're just floating. We got ourselves a table. Yeah, look at the view. Dinner tonight, Fallon and Byrne. Byrne. Excuse me. Fallon and Byrne. That's some really good salmon. The combination of all the flavors.
Oh my gosh, that's delicious.
Nice looking steak.
With a single little onion ring.
Is that what that is?
I don't know.
Cool. And I got some chicken with potatoes.
David's favorite meal of the day. Dessert. He got a hot chocolate sundae.
Yeah, it looks so good.
I have no clue what that is, but I believe it's like ice cream with a hot chocolate sauce on top. And I got a lemon basil sorbet with a raspberry granada, I believe it's called.
What a meal.
What a meal.
I feel like it's the only meal we've had today, actually.
There's so much flavor in there. Wow. That's very, very good. We tried to leave about a half hour ago, but we just met the gentleman that checked us in, kind of our, I don't know what you would say.
He just sat us.
Yeah,
helped
the
out.
Manager of the night, and his name is Bogdan, and he is originally from Romania, and we just had the most organic and beautiful chat with him that probably lasted over a half hour about his love for Ireland and what brought him here 11 years ago, and why he just is continuously falling in love with the country and all of the beautiful things that he has seen and done and still wants to do. And his energeticness is and love for here is just absolutely contagious. And that was just like, I don't know, the food was amazing, the experience, the ambiance was incredible at this restaurant, but I think that the customer service and the stories that come with places will always shine through for David and I, and getting to hear that local love. And we definitely just got that from here. And our hearts are kind of, I'm just, I don't know, maybe it's the wine, but
That was beautiful.
that was so beautiful.
Okay. I think we have one more stop.
We also have way more things added to our Ireland must-do list. Jeez, oh.
It looks so Christmassy.
It really does. Why?
We got ourselves a table. Amazing.
Such a great audience all night. Happy morning, music start right here at the Temple Bar 15 minutes after we finish.
We have a very early start this morning. We just checked out of the Morrison. We're gonna go catch sunrise. Ready to rumble?
Ready to rumble.
Get out of Dodge, wherever that's from. Did
I'm gonna look that up right now. I woke up this morning, I was laying in bed, and I thought, we gotta get out of Dodge. Where does that saying come from? And then David turns around and says that saying to me. I'm like, oh my goodness. We're missing breakfast because we're kind of leaving a little bit earlier than breakfast. But they gave us coffee and like a bag of goodies and everything.
So nice.
We're all set.
Staff were excellent.
They were incredible. I loved our stay there.
This morning's sunrise location, we're just outside of the city. It's called Howth, and we're going to check out Baily Lighthouse.
So this is Howth here actually.
It's out in a little peninsula.
And they have like walking trails all around this land that juts out, and there's a bunch of different viewpoints and that along the walking paths. But we're parked here, there's a car park, and then you can get a great view of the lighthouse, and the sun is rising over the water as well.
Would you recommend doing this for sunrise?
I highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
It's beautiful.
And it was daylight savings time here in Ireland last night, so we actually went back and gained an hour of sleep. And the sunrise is a little earlier.
We're kind of just waiting for all these clouds to come over, and like you can see the sun hit the city over there. What a spot.
I think it's raining right now in the city, but it's like just like kind of going. There's like stairs built in. That's so cool.
Oh wow, yeah, that's really like an easy half now.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like a little secret beach. I think that's what it's called on the map actually. It says little
secret beach?
I think it says little secret beach on the map.
That'll do it.
A tiny hidden beach view.
That's amazing.
A tiny hidden beach.
Well, I don't think we're gonna go down because you have to come back up.
Yeah.
We're still gonna go around and see this lighthouse.
There's also like tons of other pathways, so it's really nice that you can have like a city escape in Dublin, but like you're literally steps away from some pretty epic like walking trails and adventures.
Hiked all the way down here, but I don't think we can actually get over to see the lighthouse.
It's private property.
Private property. Yesterday at the genealogy place, we got all that information and we took it home. We looked at it last night, and Skylar kind of found a little bit some more information on my family, and we're in this place called Dangeen.
Yeah.
And previously known as Phillipstown. This is where my great-great-great-great-grandfather and grandmother lived.
And had 6 children.
In 1861. He was born in 1861.
He was born in 61, but they would have been living here from around 54. We don't know why they moved to Scotland, and we can't figure it out. Like, it's such a mystery, but...
It's so cool, but you can look at all these old documents, and Skylar found my 4 times great-grandfather, his last name, they spelt it wrong, so we couldn't find him.
And then one of the records.
Yeah, but Skylar managed to find it. It's so cool. So it's like Brogan is what it's supposed to be, but someone wrote Brogart.
Like, if you see these documents, it's like so small, handwritten, and crazy. It's hard to decipher.
Must be there, right? Is that the one I lived in?
No. I think it was
the Brogans. Right there.
Brogarts.
Brogarts. That's a really cool road.
Camera. Bah.
So many.
Yes. Our next stop is at the most romantic gardens in all of Ireland. So we are at the Altamont Gardens, and this is a spot where it has over 40 acres of trees and plants from all around the world, and it's beautifully designed. So there's a whole map here, and we were also given a little information booklet too. We're excited to go explore these gardens. We have about an hour to do that. Let's go check it out.
Well. That's pretty though.
There is a family, I believe from England, that came here and saw the land and loved the house and really wanted to develop it more, and they created this hand-dug lake on the property.
It's beautiful.
Stunning.
There's so many cool little nookie spots to sit.
This place is amazing. It smells so good. Like there's so many different scents happening right now with all the different greenery here. David.
Yeah. Whoa. There's a couple of areas of the garden we're not going to get to see today because it's been raining so much. So there's the temple and the woodland paths, which I think the temple has a good view. Might be worth coming to check out. But we're not going to get to see it today. So we're in the Carlow region.
County Carlow.
And this is Borris Village.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the full moon is out. And it's the day before, is it 2 days before Halloween? This town is beautiful. And we're gonna be going to have dinner tonight at Stephouse Hotel. Oh my gosh, there's a fire. Oh, that's lovely.
So cozy. What's for tonight's dinner?
A really good looking pub burger with some bacon on there, some twice cooked chips, and I went with the fish and chips. And it has a minted pea sauce.
This is where we stayed last night. This is what we showed up to in the dark. We couldn't see it, and now we can see it. It's like, oh my god, this is amazing.
It's a castle. We just slept in a flipping castle. This is Huntington Castle. It is the 17th century historic Irish castle. It's located in the historic village of Clonagall, and it's actually family owned, privately owned, so a family lives here, but they have historic period rooms that people can come and book and stay a night or probably multiple nights. And it's a bed and breakfast, so they feed you breakfast in the morning. If you don't want to stay here, you can still come and visit and do a little tour around their formal gardens. Oh my gosh, where does that staircase lead to? Oh my god, I would love to know the story behind all of these items. I'm too scared to touch it. It's gonna be like in the movies, if you like touch it, it all falls apart. Oh my god. Wow, what is that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is so heavy. Wowza, this is what I imagined. Actually, this is better than I imagined what being in a castle would be like. There's a beautiful tapestry. There's tapestry actually all over the walls. You could just come in here with a nice cup of tea and read a book all day. This is where we slept last night. Just casually under a 4-poster bed. I want to stay here longer. We are actually staying at more castles than just this one, which is insane. Can you imagine living in a castle?
Can peacocks fly?
I don't know.
What the heck? What's he doing?
Today we are in Clashganny, and we are here with Charlie from Go With The Flow Adventures, and he operates a kayaking, whitewater rafting, canoeing tour company where you can go on a guided tour, or you can also rent kayaks or canoes and go on a tour yourself.
My name is Charlie, and this is my best friend here. This is Bloom. Bloom comes with us on the river every single day just to help out. So yeah, what we're going to do today is we're going to go from Clashganny down the river into the Ballykeenan Canal Cut, which will then give us access down to the remainder of the river down through Graignamanagh. Graignamanagh is a beautiful old small Irish town. It'll be certainly, the settlement down there is well over 1,000 years old. The main settlement was established by the Cistercian monks, as I say, about 800-900 years ago, and it's thrived ever since. So on the way down, we've got a little bit of white water, which we will possibly avoid today because the river is extremely high. But we're going to have a lovely opportunity to connect with nature. Hands on the side now and all the way up to your seat.
Oh, that was fast. Hardly working today.
We're looking at the remains of Causeway Castle, and Causeway Castle dates back to somewhere in the late 1500s, and it actually protects a very old river crossing that was at this point here. This is obviously long before the weir was built, and Ireland were ruled by clans. So the castle belonged to the Clan Irean, which was the Ryan clan. And the reason they built the castle there was to defend the crossing so that rival clans couldn't walk across the river in times of low water and steal their sheep and their goats and their cattle. And you know, you're also going back to a time when women and children and men were taken as slaves. So it was really important to have that castle there to actually protect this point of the river.
No portage. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. This is beautiful. Oh, the sky's clearing. It's not raining.
Ready to go?
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, she's so good. I don't know how to describe that. That was just a really special experience.
You gotta do it.
You gotta do it. And the history too, that comes with the area.
Hard to catch because you don't know when he's gonna say anything, but he has so much knowledge
He
on the
pulls
area.
out a random incredible fact like every 5 minutes.
Hey Charlie, if you watch this, thanks for having us. It was a blast.
We had so much fun. It was so beautiful. Highly recommend if that you're exploring Ireland to get out into nature and to experience something quite unique like that. We really did have an amazing day. And we are heading to our next location now, which is another castle, but the way that we wanted to go was kind of back through the town of Borris, where we got grabbed at dinner last night. We didn't get to really show it, and Borris is quite interesting because it has Borris House. It's like an estate that the family can draw lineage back to kings of Ireland, which is absolutely fascinating, and it's gorgeous. Formerly a castle, this property and family dates back over 900 years ago to one of the last high kings of Ireland. Now grand house and gardens built in the 1800s, you can visit Borris House and walk where Celtic kings once stood.
We're staying in another castle tonight. This one is massive. 140 something rooms. How many was it?
Yes, I have a whole thing.
Okay, you do your whole thing.
Okay.
Go.
Well, we are at Kilkea Castle, and we are in the Lady Elizabeth Grey rooms. We're actually in a room in the castle area. There are over 140 rooms because this is a full-on resort with a spa, a golf course, 180 acres of beautiful garden grounds, and the castle itself is actually a 12th century medieval castle and one of Ireland's oldest inhabited castles. So it's family owned, and they've completely renovated it a couple of years ago as well. And it's just spectacular. While like driving up here, it's beautiful. Inside, it's beautiful. This is our room. Oh, I fell asleep. I'm tired after a day of canoeing all day.
Time for dinner. You see that? Oh, there's stars. See some stars.
Oh my gosh.
We're not gonna get any sleep.
Not good.
Quite the spot.
This is so nice and so cozy.
So Skylar got a goat cheese salad. What did I get?
A brie croquette. A homemade brie croquette. So we just kind of chose two cheese options.
Switch
on the
back.
menu.
What does it taste like?
Brie.
That's a lot of carbs you got there. Oh, look at the garlic.
Just some local beef lasagna, a little bit of slaw, a little garlic bread, and then I didn't realize when I ordered it, but it comes with chips or fries as well.
And I have a braised steak, aged 24 hours.
Braised Irish beef. This is strange but amazing at the same time. Oh, I like it.
So
it's
good.
So, like, it's cooked so nicely that it's just falling right apart, and I cannot get like a good forkful. Dinner was lovely. Let's go wander around and look for ghosts.
We had like one of the managers or servers come over and tell us about how haunted the place we're staying at tomorrow is.
And how haunted this one is, yeah. He said that he wouldn't go near the castle at night. We're like, we're sleeping in it.
It's Halloween tomorrow.
Technically it's Halloween at midnight tonight. The veil between the worlds.
Oh gosh. We leaving? Hi. Last night we went for a walk and to take some night photos, and one of the windows up at the top was like flickering the lights, and then you seen like a little head and someone walked by, and it was really, I was like creeped out, but you were like, that's normal.
I don't know.
It was pretty creepy.
I couldn't let myself like get into that mindset because we were outside in this like, yeah, dark and
just
misty
like the light flicked
garden.
like on and off like 4 times, and then you could see like somebody was
like
looking
a head.
out,
Yeah.
and it moved, and then it ran across, and then the lights went totally dark.
Like pitch black. Like it didn't make sense how it would be so dark with the person because there was still somebody in the window.
It
Why
was
would they
just
turn off the light?
Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
Happy Halloween, by the way. We're starting our day off here at the Hill of Tara, and this is Ireland's most cherished ancient landscape. We are in the Boyne Valley of County Meath, and this is a place where monuments, myths, and memories combine to create an icon of national identity. We're going to be exploring some of the grounds self-guided. This spot is open with a visitor center from May until September, but it's also open all year long. So the visitor center does close the end of September, but you can still come here and explore the ancient past. The site has been in use for more than 5,000 years and is a legendary inauguration site of the ancient High Kings of Ireland and an ancient burial ground. This is the Mound of Hostages, a 5,000-year-old passage tomb where human remains would have been placed. We can go look inside. We can't go inside. You can like sneak. Whoa.
Wow. 5,000 years, that's so crazy.
This is the Stone of Destiny, and it says, beware, because if you touch it and you hear a screech, it's supposed to be like saying that you are the next High King. So, also, we met a lovely local lady and her son, and they were the absolute sweetest. And she said it's also a fertility stone, and that if I touch it, I might have an Irish baby with David, but like created in Ireland.
What do you call fake potatoes?
I don't know what.
Imitators.
Oh,
Wow, this is cool. Heading to our next spot. It's called Byrne na Boyne. And they have this really cool passageway. So we just got our ticket to go to the Knowth Tomb, but the New Grange one wasn't available. It's a popular one. There's like this little exhibit you get to go explore before we get on the bus to go see the tomb. Oh, this is cool.
This is super cool.
So we just left the visitor center. We have to cross this bridge to get our bus to go up to the site of Knowth.
Let's go see some monuments.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this the right one?
I don't know. We're gonna jump on both.
Apparently this is the largest tomb in Europe. And these are kind of what normal tombs would look like. But that is just super massive.
There's carvings on the rocks all around, and they're not sure what they mean. Like, they don't know what they stand for or anything. Like, there's just not enough research, and they don't know who the bodies are inside, but they must have been royalty, or like they must have been very high.
That's what they're thinking. There's an estimated 200 something.
I love the mystery.
bodies in there.
The mystery. It looks like it was just like chiseled into it.
Whoa, you can actually see something. You can see like little steps in there. That's cool. So they've kind of discovered around like March and September, when there's equal amount of daylight and darkness, that there's a shadow from this pillar, and it matches up with the lines, and then it centers up with the door. They don't know why or what it does, but the shadow kind of goes in. But then on the other New Grange site, the sunlight goes straight through all of the tunnels.
When we were back at the Hill of Tara, we met this lovely mother and her son Danny, and she was telling us that it's not actually, you don't say trick or treat here in Ireland, it's help the Halloween party.
That's it.
Yeah, so she said that they say help the Halloween party. I don't know if she was pulling our leg or not, but she was quite adamant to tell us that it was help the Halloween party, not trick or treating here.
I think we're gonna have to come back and do the New Grange site. So we didn't book ahead, so we weren't able to do that one because it was full. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to come back and do that because you can actually go inside into that one. Where the one we were at, it was just too delicate and too small on the inside for us to actually go in and see. The guide we had was just so knowledgeable and so helpful. She had so much information.
She's really passionate about it too. Like,
it was
she
great.
seemed really passionate about it, which was great, and like just explaining all of the different designs that are on the rocks, and like how transparent she was with like, yeah, we don't know, but we're hopefully gonna know someday. So like they have, when they found the remains inside these tombs, a lot of them were cremated, so a lot of them they can't really trace back, but then there were some bones as well. So right now they're still doing DNA testing, and they're hoping to find out more information. So definitely add this to like your ancient Ireland, ancient worldly radar, because I'm sure you'll be seeing more information about this in the future, and it's a perfect spot to visit if you're looking to dive into a prehistoric ancient Ireland. To fathom that, how many years ago, and the lives that these people lived, and like why they created these mounds, it's amazing.
Whoa.
This is insane.
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
Whoa.
There's a duck. There's a duck.
Turn the lights on.
I cannot believe that we are staying in another Irish castle. So this is Castle Cabra, and it is a 17th century castle. The original part of the castle is actually here in the courtyard, so much of this area is from the 17th century, and then the castle itself was rebuilt, but it's still very ancient and years later. This is our key to get into our room. Very comfortable four-poster bed.
Squishy, right? They're so comfy.
Squishy. They left us a little note saying happy honeymoon and a bottle of wine. And then this crazy feature, a tub. Oh no. It's mealing. This is nice. Here.
Whoa.
I want this for home. Look at this lady that will watch us sleep. And this is the bathroom. So there's also a bathroom, so we're not like forced to use the tub only. There's a shower too.
Time for dinner.
Cheers.
And when did we have tea or coffee?
Some rain we're having. So we just made our way up to Northern Ireland, and this is for all the Game of Thrones lovers out there.
We love Game of Thrones.
We are huge fans.
We are huge fans. We've actually watched it a few times now. Northern Ireland is actually home to Game of Thrones. It was filmed here in various locations all across Northern Ireland, and there is a studio set here too, over 10 years. So there's a lot of heart that goes into Game of Thrones and Northern Ireland, and to keep that legacy alive, you can definitely visit those locations. You can view art installations in Belfast, or you can take a studio tour, which is where we are today.
I want to touch it.
Are we allowed?
No, I don't think so. I mean, do it.
No.
Do it quickly.
No.
So cool.
Very cool. What's incredible about this location is that this set is where they filmed so much of Game of Thrones. Like the original sets, the original costumes are here, which is amazing. So this would be the free folk or the wildling costumes right here, and that is John's that he would have worn, and that's Egret's there, like the exact costumes. And then when they were wearing these costumes, I think they fell in love, and now they're married in real life.
That's crazy how big he is.
The actor who played him was over 7 feet tall, and it took the costume department 3 to 5 hours each day to transform him into a giant. We are now in the crypts of Winterfell, and these are the statues to honour the dead. So this would be Ned or Neddard Stark behind me here, with a direwolf at his side to protect him even in death. And I kind of just wanted David to record me saying this, that we're both really enjoying this museum or this studio tour, because it's not too much information, like it's so visual, so it's not like you have to spend hours reading each little thing. It's just a really nice little blurb, and they have an app that you can download on your phone, or like a little sound thing that you can take along with you that helps explain each and every room.
It says close your eyes and press.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, that's so funny. You.
One second. I couldn't see the button.
Oh, you're so sorry.
Okay, wait. Like this is the.
It's like the main like
This
courtyard
is the
of
spot. That's where the shot was taken. Like, you know that shot that I
yeah, where the guy's like
painting and she's like walking around with her wine, like, oh, I'm going to be the queen of the world.
That was so much fun. We had so much fun there. At the end, you like take your photo on the throne. So we have these photos that we got. They're so like show the one with the fire.
But at the start of the tour, it's just a green screen and they don't really tell you like what background you'll have. So he says like, oh, look nice, smile, and then he's like, and then look really scared. So we were like, okay, we'll jump into the scared.
Yeah, why are we doing that? It's upside down. That's so funny. Oh my god.
I think this is the framer. It's going on the wall.
That was a blast. If
That
you're
was so much fun.
Game of Thrones fans, you're gonna love it. Made it into Belfast. We're gonna do a Titanic Distillers tour. We're gonna try some whiskey.
This is the dockyard where the Titanic was built, and now, after many years of whiskey,
It's windy.
it's windy, and now it's been turned into a distillery, is what I'm trying to say.
The color is a pale amber, but the pale amber, it's because we do not use additive to our whiskey. A lot of distillers use caramel, and the caramel will be giving a darker hue. Don't smell it just yet. None of you. I was a teacher for some time. You'll go straight to the corner. No, it's because Sean, you have to wet.
No, I just smelled.
No, Tisha. There's a way to smell it.
There's been years since I drank vodka. I used to drink it when I was young and I got sick of it.
Is it not different than just bringing it to your nose?
Yeah.
Because vodka is a very strong alcohol, but most vodka will really burn your nose. This one doesn't.
Cocktail to end the tour.
What a tour.
What a tour. Whiskey has not been made in Belfast in over 90 years until this distillery just started this year. This video is being made in 2023, and our tour guide Dominique was absolutely fabulous.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
The passion and love for
Like in the knowledge.
and the knowledge too.
Yeah, like she researched everything.
So she kind of came on board with this company about a year ago, and it was her task, and she loves history, and it was her task, and along with others, to kind of research whiskey in Belfast and like all of this history, and then take it, and they created this tour where you actually get to see the dockside and the area where the Titanic would have came into, and then put the propellers on and everything, and had maintenance and everything. And then, so you're not only just getting a whiskey tour, you're getting
more than a whiskey
you're
tour.
getting a history tour as well. And then the distillery itself has actually just opened up about 2-3 months ago. So they're still creating product. They will not have an actual whiskey distilled until another 3 or so years, because here in Ireland, to make an Irish whiskey, you need to create it in Ireland and then have it actually sitting in a barrel in Ireland for 3 years. So that's something to look forward to, but it's just, yeah, it feels like we're a part of history here in Belfast, and getting to see whiskey reintroduced to the city.
It was so good, and it was just like, it was me and Skylar and this other guy, and then we sat there for like 30 minutes after the tour and just had a chat.
Just chatting around.
So good.
And like, I don't know, there's all of these tours that are amazing around Ireland, but this one was definitely one that if you like it in person, just a couple people in your group experience, put this on your list. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Wow. Big windows. We just checked into the Titanic Hotel.
We are right by the Titanic Museum, so this
Yeah, you
is
can
the
see
building.
it. That's it.
So right where the museum is where the Titanic and her sister ships would have been built, and this is the building where Harland and Wolff would have been creating and designing the Titanic and the sister ships. So it's a pretty historic building, and it is now turned into a hotel. This is our room, lovely room with a beautiful view. This bed was just a cloud when I jumped into it, like.
Tonight's dinner, Coppi.
David and I both got duck ragu. He read online that it is a Coppi must, and it looks incredible. I'm so happy we both got this, so that you don't have to share with me, and I don't have to share with you. Do you want to go to the gym?
I don't know if I just got that or not, but Skylar just asked me if I wanted to go to the gym.
Want to go to the gym? Whoa! It's called Dumpling Library. But they're in little dumplings. Look at those little pods. It's like one person made a pod, and then the other restaurant had to make pods.
What a pretty street. It's gorgeous. Good morning.
Good morning. It is a beautiful blue sky day, and you can kind of get a little more of an insight of where we are at right now. So we are in the Titanic Quarter, which is down near the like shipyard building area of Belfast. So it's kind of across the water from the city centre. And it's here that you can find the distillery tour that we did yesterday. You can find the Titanic Hotel, and you can also find the Titanic Museum, which is this beautiful installation of a building. Like, just to see it outside is gorgeous because it's all illuminated at night and that too. But we're gonna go inside and actually experience the museum and get a little insight on the Titanic, how she was like created and built, and then her destiny, untimely destiny.
This place is huge.
Wow.
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 Isn't it scary?
Yep. It is. I
Loose or something.
I don't like this. I'm done. That was an incredible tour. Highly recommend doing it if you're here. Well, it's a must do if you're here in Belfast, but it was cool because it starts out with like all of the information about how it was built, and then it gets into like when it was actually launched and like everything leading up to that and celebrations, and then there was definitely a sad point around it sinking and all of the stories and all of the artifacts, and there's just so many layers to it.
I got chills.
I was
it's
like
the part
choking
where
up.
they're trying to figure out where it sank and trying to find it, and when they actually found it.
Then yeah, well, I mean that happened in like 1912. But then they didn't find it until, what was it, the
1985.
So like then like there was that emotional roller coaster as well.
Like
so
finding
it's
it,
definitely an emotional roller coaster.
And there's some like really cool artifacts in there, like an old walking stick that had a light on it.
Yeah.
That a lady had, and she was like annoying crewmen, and they were trying to like evacuate. It's kind of a funny little story.
How I would recommend it is you come here and do this tour first, book a stay at the Titanic Hotel, and do the distillery tour as well, because we got to see the shipyard and dockyard, like where it was
built,
put in, and the dry dock and everything firsthand. This is called a Glass of Thrones art installation. So there are 8 different ones scattered throughout Belfast, and to keep the tradition alive and the memory alive of Game of Thrones being filmed here in Northern Ireland, they've created these installations, and you can go all around the city and find them. This one is located right by the shipyard here, near our hotel, near the museum, and you're actually sitting, there's a seat
and you can overlook, there's a studio over there where Game of Thrones is filmed too.
A really interesting fact we learned on our tour yesterday is one of the Titanic chimneys is a fake. They built it purely for aesthetics.
So like these three were, and then they were like,
yeah,
no.
here's the back one, they said. Just
yeah,
that's the back. Yes, it's that
so
one.
it would be that one. That's wild. That's so much money for just like
The chimney.
a chimney to look like. I don't know. I feel.
Being that it is a very historic location to stay, the Titanic Hotel actually has a historical art map that you can self-guide yourself around the hotel and learn a little bit about the history of the building. You can also talk to the fabulous team too, because I believe they have some of their concierge teams or their front desk folks will arrange a tour to actually show you around. But we're just kind of going on our own self-guided one right now before we check out. This map is pretty cool. It gives you a map of the building and it shows you places like the drawing office, which we are looking over now, the heritage staircase, and this is the room that we're in right now, is the Thomas Andrews office, and it overlooks the drawing room. So it's just really cool piece of history that you can experience here at the hotel.
We didn't have too much time in Belfast, mainly just like 24 hours, so we wanted to see as much as we could. Did the city hop on, hop off bus tour.
It's a perfect way to get around the city.
People are jumping on and off anywhere, not even at stops too, so it was easy to just get on and off whenever you wanted to.
You can like plan around if you wanted to go shopping or if you wanted to go see this different area, and I liked how it really took us to areas of Belfast that we wouldn't have probably gone, because they're not like the most touristy areas, but it has a lot of rich history and connection to the troubles that have taken place here, and it was just a really cool quick way, because it was about what, 90 minutes to do the full circuit?
Yeah, an hour and a half-ish. Picked us up outside of the hotel and we got back
I believe
outside
it was
the hotel.
£20 for the day or £25 for 2 days.
There's like the black cab company that does tours as well. We were recommended that, but we just don't have the time.
Guess who recommended it to us? We went in to get our marriage license, and the guy was from Ireland, Northern Ireland, and he was like, yeah, you should do the black cab tours when you were there. So that's a pretty cool connection. We are in Carrickfergus, and that is the Carrickfergus Castle. It has been there since 1177.
So old.
It's so old. So for more than 800 years, it has been an imposing monument on the Northern Ireland landscape, whether it is approached by land, sea, or air.
We're not gonna go into it because it's probably gonna be dark in like 30 minutes. So yeah.
We're just gonna drive, catch sunset, check in. I'm so excited to check into this next spot. It is a castle. It's called Ballygally Castle. Apparently it's very haunted, if not the most haunted in all of Northern Ireland. Let's go.
The sky right now.
It's insane. All right, we gotta go check in so that
We can see the room in daylight.
Sorry. We are already so in love with this cute little seaside town, and this castle hotel is gorgeous. We are in one of the tower rooms, so there's only a few tower rooms, and we're in Glencoy. So this is your bathroom when you walk in. There's these beautiful wooden beams everywhere all throughout. Super comfortable, massive bed. This beautiful little window nook that overlooks the town and the water out there, and there's a little glow from the sunset happening right now. I just got like goosebumps. There's this little nook.
I think you could actually go in there.
Well, yeah.
Ooh. Okay, see ya.
I told you freaking do. It's colder in there too. There's like the
Feels different.
stone walls. Oh gosh. Alright, we're also having dinner here. I'm just like, I want to live here. Is this the old tower?
Are we gonna live up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go soon. If you dare.
I just fell, I'm sorry. Welcome to the ghost room.
Her screams echoed through the castle, but no one came. Eventually, in a desperate attempt to see her beloved daughter one more time, she clambered from the tiny window you see here in this room and fell to her death below. Since that time, her spirit is said to haunt this tiny room, sometimes making itself known by a strange smell, sometimes appearing to guests in the castle part of the hotel, looking desperately for her daughter. It's so sad. Guests have been awakened in the night to find her standing in the middle of their room, only to watch her fade away into nothingness.
Ugh. Whoa. Can I shoot through the window?
Oh, you can shoot through. That's so cool. Can you fit through there? Or is that not? Oh, you don't shoot through the glass, sorry.
Yeah, take it.
Maybe I take it. Oh yeah, that is quite nice. In 2016, there was a storm that knocked down quite a few of the trees in the dark hedges, which is a famous filming location for Game of Thrones. It's actually where they filmed the road to King's Landing. So with these trees, they created 10 doors, so doors of thrones, and they created these beautiful doors to represent different episodes in the season 6 of the show, and they scattered these doors across different restaurants and pubs and hotels all around Northern Ireland, and we're lucky enough to be staying in a hotel that has one of those doors. This is door number 9, and it depicts the episode Battle of the Bastards, where Jon Snow fights Ramsay Bolton, and you can see it encarved in the door. You can see the House Stark, dire wolf, and the flayed man of the House Boltons as well. Tonight we are having dinner at the Garden Restaurant here at the Castle Hotel.
Good morning. We're just exploring the castle grounds before we leave today, and we just found this really cool river. Kind of flows through the property and goes out to the ocean. There's this cool arch bridge.
The property here is gorgeous.
Yeah, make sure you take a walk around. There's a lot of stuff to see.
It's hidden because it's like behind the castle, and you don't realize that it's there. Today we are finally going to be tackling one of the most famous and beautiful road trip destinations around the world. We are doing the Causeway Coastal Route here in Northern Ireland. So we did kind of start a little bit of it from Belfast up to this castle here yesterday, but today is going to be dedicated to seeing so much more. If you've looked up Ireland tourism, or if you've ever wanted to come to Ireland, you've probably seen the Giant's Causeway and a few other spots that we're going to be visiting today. That's the game plan. Big road trip day.
Yeah.
It's going to be dangerous. We're going to want to stop every 2 seconds.
It's going to be dark like next thing we know. It's
also goes to show that you should definitely rent a car and just go travel and explore in Ireland. The area is so beautiful that they've actually named it the Area of Outstanding Beauty, which is brilliant. This is Glenarm Castle. We don't have time to go in today, but we just stopped in to see its beauty.
We're currently in Carnlow, and one of the Game of Thrones filming locations was in a little kind of like bay where you land your boat.
It's also just a super beautiful little fishing village to stop in at and visit.
We just stopped at Lerach Lodge, and there's a big waterfall here. If you just go straight to the lodge, right behind it, waterfall.
This whole area is considered the area or the county of Antrim, and the glens of Antrim are quite world famous, and there's 9 glens total, and they're absolutely gorgeous. But the Glenariff Glen is known to be as the queen of the glens because people say she is the most beautiful. So inside Glenariff Glen, there is a Glenariff Forest Park that you can come visit. There's a bunch of different hiking trails, waterfalls, amazing views, and that's where we're at now. Want to go swimming?
No. I'd rather swim in the ocean this morning.
There's goggles up in the trees, so clearly this is a spot to come swimming.
amazing.
Such tourists.
I know. And the lady was like,
Oh, that was good.
I was just gonna see us turning around.
Turn around, do it again.
Do it again. That is a crazy rainbow. It's so vibrant over there. Oh, there's a little path. Let's go check that out. And then it started raining, and now it's gone. Oh. So just over the edge here, you can kind of see it. There's a little bridge called Carrickfergus, and we were just talking to this tour group, and they said that they couldn't do it, so because it might be windy. That was our next stop, so we're not sure.
So it connects the mainland to this little island, and traditionally it would be fishermen that would use a bridge to connect to check their, I believe, salmon traps, and then also I think they would take sheep across to get to the other farmland on the island there.
There's a little house. Looks cool. Yeah, too windy, so you can't actually go across the bridge.
The forecast literally for today though was just like the little wind symbols. So it does add up. It is a little windy.
But we can still walk down to it.
I believe it's like a 18th century bridge, so I don't exactly know if you'd want to trust going across it on a windy day. You can still visit here though. They have like a shop that looks like a little cafe and washrooms and that, and you can still come and see it and take photos from it from land. The water here is just so turquoisey blue. I think it's because it's so shallow, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel real. Like this whole coastline, it's so beautiful, it doesn't feel real. Pretty cool. No. So this bridge is 100 feet above the water, and I believe it's about 60 feet long, and it would have been constructed for fishermen to get across the island to check their traps. It's a very cool experience that you should try to do in Ireland on a less windy day.
Today's been the day of rainbows. They just keep popping up. Oh, that's two. There's two there. Slightly.
Double rainbow! We are in Ballintoy, which is a village and harbour. So you can come to Ballintoy Harbour, and it's just like literally a stone's throw from the Carrickfergus Bridge, and it's a filming location for Game of Thrones, and it's just a cool little spot to visit. I believe the village has like a few shops, a bed and breakfast, like it's pretty small. That's so cool.
Oh, there's right on this sign.
Yeah. So this is the harbour, Lordsport Harbour I believe it's called, on the Aran Islands. This is amazing! Next stop along our Causeway Coastal Route adventures is the famous Giant's Causeway. So when you come to the Giant's Causeway, it's free to do, but it's quite a popular attraction. So there are different car parks around the Giant's Causeway for you to park. Most of them, from what we were seeing, was £10, or what we recommend is you can actually come to the Nature Trust Information Visitor Centre, and it's £13.50 I believe pound as of 2023 when we're here. And you get this map, you get a full audio guide as well with a bunch of different information all about the Giant's Causeway that you get to listen to along your adventures. And there's a bus too, in case you don't want to walk all the way back. So there's a legend that Finn McCool created the bridge between here and Scotland. And you can find rocks like this on the Isle of Staffa off the coast of Scotland, and we've actually taken a tour there before. So this is really cool. I mean, when we took that tour, it was what, 7-8 years ago now, so this is amazing. Look at these things, they're like cylinder columns going right up. I'd probably have more information to tell if I had time to listen to the audio, but I'm too excited to listen to anything right now.
This is full on right now. Wow. We'll just wait 5 minutes. This will be over.
It's all a part of the experience. It's good.
This is great.
You can't be mad about the rain.
Just a little rain. It'll be gone in a few minutes.
It'll be gone in like 2 minutes.
That was super cool. Takes about, what did she say, 20 minutes to get down there?
Yeah, not too long.
Yeah, not too long. Did want to note that if you come here, there's also accommodations right nearby. There's actually a hotel, like literally right here. And that the Nature Trust has actually created a couple of experiences to pair with the Giant's Causeway. So you can come experience the Giant's Causeway, but they also have a package called Whiskey on the Rocks, where you can do a whiskey tasting paired with seeing the Giant's Causeway too. So they're kind of always trying to figure out ways to incorporate more experiences so that when people come to the area, they can experience more than just one thing at one location.
This is where we're staying tonight. Nice. We are in Londonderry. This is where we stayed at last night, the Ebrington Hotel. And this morning we're starting the day off with a walking tour.
Derry, or Londonderry, or the Walled City, is steeped in history and culture, and it's called the Walled City because it's actually the only city with a fully intact wall in all of Ireland. It is the second largest city in Northern Ireland, home to award-winning museums, the hit show Derry Girls. I love Derry Girls. I'm just getting David started on watching it now. It's a hoot. You definitely have to check it out. It's on Netflix. But yeah, so the city is beautiful. There's so much history and culture here. We're going to be visiting some of the museums that are here and just kind of walking the sites and walking the city wall.
We did a walking tour with Martin McCroson's Walking Tours. It was £6 and he took us all around the city. He was absolutely wonderful and he told us all about the history and conflict here in Derry, especially around the Troubles in Ireland. If you're interested in learning and soaking in Irish history, the Derry Walking Tour is a great way to do it. Next, we checked out the craft village in the center of town. It's kind of this cute little street with a bunch of different shops, a cafe, and photogenic buildings.
Got a little trinket from the Sacred Tree.
Hi.
Hi, you're a Derry girl now.
Selfie. So we're now in the Tower Museum, and if you take the elevator all the way to the top, there's this really nice courtyard view area.
We're like 2 days after Halloween, and they just put up their Christmas tree today. We were watching them earlier with the crane. Fantastic view, holy. Wish I could.
Why does it feel like it's warmer up here? It doesn't make any sense. Where is everybody?
We have this museum to ourselves.
There is a multiple level exhibit of a Spanish Armada ship called the Trinidad Valenciana, which showcases information when in 1588 the ship sank off the coast of Donegal and the retrieval of it in the 1970s. There was also a Derry Girls experience with lots of props from the actual show, which I appreciate more now that I've watched it. Makes me want to watch it.
You gotta watch it. I'll watch it with you again.
We checked out the Yellow Yard. It's kind of this funky, cool vintage antique store. We spent way longer than we should have here.
This one's a small, it will fit you.
This place is wicked. Make sure you check out this spot. Lots of cool vintage antique-y stuff. After that, the Guildhall had a free exhibit on more history of the city. It was also just beautiful inside with the large hall and stained glass windows. We wandered back across the Peace Bridge to our final stop of the night.
Tonight's dinner is at Walled City Brewing, and they make all of these amazing beers and cider as well on site, and they have a kitchen too. It's called The Kitchen, and they offer some elevated dining. I got a gnocchi, David got some steak, and all of their mains come with sides as well, so we got way too much flippin' food, and it smells and looks amazing, and highly recommend their cider, and David got an IPA.
This morning we are checking out the Dark Hedges, one of the Game of Thrones filming locations. It is very popular now, and they're charging for parking, so £5. There's only a small group here right now. Some people beat us here, it's crazy. We got lucky. We just had the whole place to ourselves for about 10 minutes. Because we're here in October, it gets dark early, so there was a few spots we missed on the coastal route. So if you're watching this and you plan to go in summertime, you can get all these spots done in a day probably. But Dunluce Castle, we just stopped, had a look over the wall. You can actually pay to get in and go explore it, but we're just always running out of time. We're always late for everything. And then this one is, we're here at
Magheracross Car Park and Viewpoint, which gives a perfect vantage point of Whiterocks Beach. And this whole cliffside is made of these beautiful white, I believe, limestone rocks. So the ocean has carved sculptures and caverns and caves all into this coastline. So it's a really beautiful area, and this is a great vantage point that you can see that.
Yeah, and there's a nice, like, there's this arch, like, right below us. We're gonna go walk out. We haven't done it yet.
And they have, like, a car park and everything here, too,
Yeah.
because these roads are quite narrow, and you, as much as you want to stop every 2 seconds, it can be quite dangerous, too, so definitely try to star on your maps before traveling where certain car parks are and that, so that you know where to stop.
This view is bananas.
This is bananas, and just, like, looking at these cliffs and seeing the sheer drop of them, and how this castle is just carved right out onto it. It's friggin' stunning.
This side is even better.
It's so good.
Look at this. Wow.
It says there's a wishing arc down there, so we need to make a wish.
Just a little bit down the road, Whiterocks Beach. This is incredible.
This is amazing. I've been watching the surfers. They're trying to get up on their boards, and like it just stretches. Oh my gosh! So like you can see people from as far as the eye can see. But it's also a Sunday, so I think these are a lot of like locals with their kids and stuff, right? I think so. Oh. That's quite nice. I feel very creepy. So this is a cousin, my great-great-grandfather, John Ritchie's sister's daughter's daughter, Valerie. And she was born in 1962, and she lives here. Hi, Val. Marie. All right, let's go before they... So we are currently outside of Coleraine. We are on a road, Knockaduff Road, and this whole area, well, actually, this particular area exactly is where my great-great-grandmother, Annie, would have been born, and her parents would have lived. So, like, right around here, we're using old plot maps and modern-day maps and, like, their names signed to this piece of land. During our meeting with the genealogist, we were able to discover that this is where they were living. And we also discovered that John and Jane met because John and Jane lived in villages very close to each other. So John lived in one village and Jane lived in the village over. And so the Kennedys and the Ritchies and all of the families kind of lived all in this whole area just south of Coleraine. I'm so happy. What a strip. Oh, maybe they live there. That looks like a bigger house. I think it was that farmhouse back there, but he had a long driveway, so we didn't want to snoop. We have now traveled to Omagh, to the Ulster American Folk Park Museum. This is an open-air museum where you get to explore over 30 different little exhibits. I believe there's like little cottages and a ship, and it tells the story about how Ulster, people from Ireland, would have traveled to North America and immigrated there, and their influence there as well. So let's go check it out. They say to give yourself around 2 to 3 hours to do this.
Is this where we're staying tonight?
We mucked up a bit. This is really cool. So basically this whole museum, you wander around and it's this big park, and there's a bunch of old world houses, so what they would have looked like in Ireland. And then there's also like the Ulster Way, which has more like shops and stuff, and then the ship, you can go and see what the ship would have looked like on the way to North America. And then there's also the New World, which would be over in North America. We mucked up a little bit though. We thought that they closed at 5, they close at 4, and it's currently 3:30, so we're just gonna pop around right quick, see a few of the sites, and then we gotta get going.
Unfortunately, we really did not do this location justice. Due to the time of year, the park does close earlier, so much of the lights were off and costume actors had gone home. However, a lovely employee did show us around, and it's definitely an incredible place to visit to spend a good half day to full day exploring. We heard that this is also quite the magical spot to visit during holidays, especially times like Christmas too.
This is our last night in Ireland, which is very sad, but we are going out with a bang. It's actually Guy Fawkes night, so there's fireworks banging out there right now. But we are going out with a bang by staying in a very luxurious castle. This is Kileavy Castle Estate. It is a 19th century castle that was fully restored and opened up as a boutique hotel in 2019. It has 45 bedrooms, restaurants, a spa, and a beautiful walking grounds that both locals and guests roam. This is the bathroom. It's lush. Big bathtub there with some bath salts. The owners love to include sustainable products and environmentally friendly lighting and everything into this accommodation as well. Gorgeous bed, lots of carpet, very nice on our feet. And we have a little like balcony area too, which you can't quite see, but is a nice view out there with some fireworks happening in the town. We're gonna freshen up and get ready for dinner. We're gonna be having some dinner in the bistro. This is my first time having colly. It's a fish. So it's a pan-fried colly with roasted red pepper, sweet potato, and spinach risotto.
This is my first time having a burger.
Lies.
That is the end of this video. We had an early flight to catch. I feel like we left a piece of our heart in Ireland. It was such an awesome honeymoon and such a romantic place to visit.
Yes, we hope this video has given you some information and inspiration on how to see and visit Ireland yourself. It's truly one of the most special places we have ever been, the most outstanding natural beauty and kindred people that we met along our travels. We cannot wait to return someday because we have so much more to explore.
I know, we barely scratched the surface.
We've had barely. 10 days is an amazing amount of time, but almost still not enough. We have more things on our list to return to someday. So thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
So epic. You can touch it, but you gotta hold my hand at the same time.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Come on.
Bye. Okay, fine. But if it doesn't work because I'm touching your hand. Make really nice fur. I do compliment you on your fur.
I like this POV. Yeah, should we just try like this? Will it stay? Just leave the light on? Alright, we're off. Oh. Okay, that's not gonna work.
I think there are people that were about to get in.
Thanks, look at my butt.
Oh wow, you are so pretty. You are so pretty. Are you happy to be in Ireland?
Hi.